Within the dusty pages of Chinese history lies a story of unimaginable power and ruthless ambition. Mountains raised by human hands, perfectly crafted bodies, and a name that echoes across the world. Qin Shi Huang, known as one of the most powerful and brutal rulers in history, his legacy continues to be told and retold even today. The secrets of a star-covered tomb. Greatest proof of Qin Shi Huang's power lies in the preparations he made for the afterlife. His tomb was not merely a monument, it was an underground palace. Its ceiling was decorated with glowing stars that mirrored the night sky, while rivers of flowing mercury represented the oceans of the world. These mercury rivers, combined with the celestial ceiling, created an optical spectacle, a breathtaking fusion of art and engineering brilliance. But what truly made the tomb legendary was the discovery of the terracotta army. During excavations, archaeologists were met with an astonishing sight: a massive army of over 8,000 life-sized clay soldiers, all positioned with perfect precision to accompany the emperor in the afterlife. Each soldier had a unique height, facial expression, and posture, making them truly one of a kind. And it wasn't just soldiers, there were chariots, generals, servants, entertainers, musicians, even jesters painstakingly crafted to serve and surround the emperor beyond death. Every detail reflected Qin Shi Huang's desire for his power and grandeur to endure even in the afterlife. An empire built on blood and pain. But what kind of life did a ruler have, whose tomb alone radiates such magnificence? In 246 BCE, there was no unified Chinese state. 7 rival kingdoms were locked in an unrelenting struggle for dominance. During the early years of his reign, Qin Shi Huang faced an attempted coup. He crushed the rebellion with brutal efficiency, showing no mercy. During the early years of his reign, Qin Shi Huang faced an attempted coup. He crushed the rebellion with brutal efficiency, showing no mercy. Everyone involved in the conspiracy, along with their entire families, was executed alive. This was his declaration to the world. His power was absolute and unquestionable. Driven by a vision to unite the 7 warring states under one banner, Qin Shi Huang assembled the largest army the ancient world had ever seen, comprising 1 million young men. Transforming ordinary peasants into professional soldiers, he systematically conquered 6 rival kingdoms. The final kingdom, recognizing Qin's overwhelming power, surrendered peacefully, marking the birth of a unified Chinese empire. However, this path to unity invited threats of assassination. One attempt came under the guise of a diplomatic gift, a map. As the assassin unfurled it, he lunged with a hidden dagger. But thanks to Qin Shi Huang's military reflexes, he survived. The betrayal did not go unpunished. Every inch of the assassin's land was seized, and his rulers and family were executed. The construction of the state and cultural transformation. Qin Shi Huang did not stop at unifying the land. He understood that building a single nation and one people required much more. To that end, he implemented sweeping reforms that standardized the written script, calendar, units of weight and measurement, currency, and even the width of wagon axles across the entire Chinese empire. He divided the empire into 36 provinces, establishing a centralized administration governed by appointed officials. What truly set him apart from other rulers was his commitment to meritocracy. He welcomed talented scholars and ministers, even from former enemy states, into his empire, replacing aristocratic privilege with a system based on education and ability. He laid the foundation for a new kind of governance. His chief advisor, Li Si, was a key architect of this vision. Li Si famously compared scrawny rats in the toilet to fat, well-fed ones in the granary, realizing that people's fates were determined by their environment and social conditions. This philosophy profoundly shaped Qin Shi Huang's rule. The Great Wall of China, blood, sweat, and earth. Chinese empire faced another major threat: raids from the Turks and Mongols of Central Asia. While previous dynasties had tried to stop these invasions through marriages or special privileges, Qin Shi Huang sought a more permanent solution: a massive wall. To build this colossal project, Hundreds of thousands of people were forced into labor. Those who died during construction were said to be buried within the wall's mortar, earning it the grim title of the world's longest tomb. The wall featured over 10,000 towers, used both for defense and communication. Flags raised from each tower signaled the size of approaching enemy forces and coordinated supplies across vast distances. The Great Wall not only served as a barrier against foreign invaders, but also stood as a powerful symbol that declared the unity and strength of the empire to the world. Legalism and the obsession with immortality. Qin Shi Huang rejected the critical thinking promoted by Confucianism and instead embraced legalism, a philosophy that strengthened centralized authority. He ordered the burning of all books opposing this doctrine and buried alive anyone who dared to hide them. In the final years of his life, Qin became obsessed with immortality. Like Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan, he sought eternal life, working closely with mystics and alchemists. According to legend, he followed their advice and consumed mercury, which ultimately poisoned him. One prophecy claimed that he would become immortal if he lived alone, prompting him to constantly travel between over 200 palaces scattered across different cities.